The cafe was dimly lit, warm with the smell of roasted beans and cinnamon rolls. It was past closing time, but Lily wiped the last table with tired hands while her father counted the register. The bell above the door jingled again. A man in a sleek, custom-fit suit stepped in, ignoring the closed sign. "Sorry, we're closed," said Michael, standing behind the counter. The man didn't respond immediately. Instead, he let his gaze fall on Lily, who was no more than 16, her hair tied back, her cheeks still flushed from her shift. "You take your daughter to work?" he asked casually, stepping closer. Michael didn't like the tone in his voice. "She helps after school." "It's just us two." The man smiled like he'd heard a secret. He slipped a crisp $100 bill onto the counter. "Then maybe she can sit with me. On my lap. Just for a minute." The cafe went silent. Michael's jaw clenched. "I think you should leave," he said, voice low and tight. The man chuckled. "I can make your life easier. Doesn't she deserve more than wiping tables and broken dreams?" He pulled out more bills, fanning them out like poison. Michael stepped around the counter. His voice didn't rise, but it shook with fury. "She's not for sale." The man stared at him, lips curled. "Everyone has a price." "Not me," Michael said, now standing between the man and his daughter. "And certainly not my daughter." 2 years earlier. Michael had once lived in a nicer neighborhood, with a wife who laughed too loudly and a kitchen that always smelled like apple pie. But then came the cancer, the debt, and the empty side of the bed. Left with a daughter and a pile of unpaid bills, he sold his tools, bought a second-hand coffee machine, and rented the smallest cafe space he could find. Lily, barely a teen, never complained. She started helping after school, scrubbing cups, sweeping floors, and making her dad laugh again even when he looked like he was breaking inside. It was just the two of them now, and the cafe was their only anchor. Back to present day. The rich man scoffed, pulling his coat tighter. "You'll regret turning down my offer." "No," said Lily, stepping beside her father, chin high. "He's never regretted protecting me. And he never will." For a moment, the man seemed stunned by her bravery, her strength, or maybe by the fact that she wasn't afraid of him. He turned and left without another word. The door closed with a sharp click. Michael sat down slowly, the adrenaline fading from his veins. Lily placed a hand on his shoulder. "You okay, Dad?" He looked at her, tears pooling in his eyes. "I'm just sorry you had to see that." Lily smiled softly. "You showed me what love really means. Not everyone gets that." Word spread through the small town. Customers began showing up more, tipping generously, offering help. One regular, a retired teacher named Ms. Bethany, started tutoring Lily during her breaks. Another customer brought her used textbooks. The community saw what the man in the suit never could, a family held together by sacrifice and love. One night, as Michael closed up shop, a couple approached the counter. "You don't remember us," the woman smiled, "but you gave us free coffee during a snowstorm last winter. We're opening a second cafe downtown. Want to partner?" Michael looked at Lily, who nodded through a beaming smile. He reached across the counter and shook their hands. Final scene. The new cafe opened in spring. Lily designed the sign herself. It read "Lily's Brew, built with love." Every table had a little card. "This place exists because someone said no, because a father chose love over money. And a girl believed she was worth more."